1981 No Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. At first glance, this penny might look like just another ordinary coin from your collection. But what if I told you there's a version of this penny worth millions? That's right, the 1981 penny without a mint mark has been making waves in the coin collecting world, and it could be hiding in your own change jar right now. Now you might be thinking, a penny? Worth millions? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, stay with me, because I'm going to break it all down for you, and explain exactly why this coin is so special, and how you could cash in if you find one. First, let's talk about the 1981 penny in general. These are the most common pennies from that year, and they were minted in huge numbers, just like the ones you might have in your pocket right now. But here's the kicker: in 1981, there was an issue at the US Mint. Some of the pennies produced that year were accidentally struck without the mint mark. Normally, pennies from the Philadelphia Mint carry no mint mark, while those from Denver or San Francisco have a distinguishing D or S on them. But in this case, a handful of 1981 pennies were mistakenly produced with no mint mark, and that's where the value lies. This is extremely rare, and because of this mistake, these 1981 no mint mark pennies can fetch a mind-blowing price. In fact, one sold for a jaw-dropping $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1 million. That's not a typo. A 1981 no mint mark penny sold for $1.8 million at auction. It's a great example of how rarity and historical errors can make a coin extremely valuable. But hold on, don't rush to your piggy bank just yet. Not all 1981 no mint mark pennies are worth millions. So, how can you tell if you have a real gem on your hands? Let's go over what makes this coin truly valuable. First, check the condition of the coin. The more pristine, the better. Coins in excellent, uncirculated condition are the ones that attract the highest prices. The value of these rare pennies can range from a few $100s to several $1,000s, depending on factors like the quality and rarity of the specific coin. And here's the golden rule: if you think you've found one, get it appraised by a professional coin grader. There's a lot of fakes out there, and you don't want to miss out on your chance for a real payday. A coin grading service can verify if your 1981 penny is the real deal, giving you the exact value of your find. Some of these pennies are certified as MS67 or higher, meaning they are in near-perfect condition. If you're holding onto a rare 1981 no mint mark penny in great condition, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Even if it's not worth $1.8 million, these pennies have been known to sell for thousands of dollars. Just imagine what that kind of money could do for you. So, what should you do if you find one of these pennies? Well, if you're ready to sell, there are a few places where you can get top dollar for rare coins. Coin dealers, online auctions, and reputable websites like eBay can help you sell. But remember, always do your research before making a deal. Now, I know many of you watching are coin collectors or just getting into it. If you have any old pennies or rare coins lying around, take a closer look. You might have a small fortune just waiting to be discovered. And don't forget, coins like these can be found in all sorts of places: old change jars, pocket change, or even in your grandparents' attic. You never know where that next $1 million coin might be hiding. 1987 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny might just be worth millions. So, what makes the 1987 D Mint Mark penny so special? Most of us think of a penny as just a 1-cent piece. But some rare pennies, like the 1987 D, are worth way more than their face value. And no, we're not just talking a few bucks, we're talking millions of dollars. It was minted in 1987 in Denver, hence the D Mint Mark. It features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But here's the kicker: it's not just any 1987 penny. Some very rare varieties of this coin have been known to fetch jaw-dropping prices at auction. Okay, let's get into the real treasure. In 1987, the US Mint made a few mistakes during production. These errors are exactly what collectors love. One of the most notable errors on the 1987 D penny is the double die variety. A double die occurs when a coin is struck more than once with slight misalignment, causing some parts of the design to overlap. This can make certain features, like Lincoln's features or the date, appear doubled. This is what makes the 1987 D penny special. So, how much can this era coin actually be worth? Well, a high-grade 1987 D double-die penny has been known to sell for an eye-popping $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.6 million. But don't get too excited just yet. Before you rush to your coin jar, let's talk about the market value today. The current market for these rare pennies is still quite strong, but not every 1987 D penny is going to make you a millionaire. Coins in excellent condition, with clear doubling, are the ones that fetch the big bucks. Coins are graded based on their condition, and a higher grade means more value. A coin in MS65 or better can bring in thousands of dollars, while lower grade coins are typically worth less. But if you've got one in pristine condition or one of those rare double dies, you might just have a gold mine. Now let's talk about how to identify if your 1987 D penny is worth a fortune. Here's what to look for. Look for doubling on the date or Lincoln's features. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to inspect the details. A coin in mint condition with no scratches or wear is more valuable. The higher the grade, the higher the price. If you think you have a valuable coin, getting it graded by a professional company like NGC or PCGS can give it the official seal of approval, which can boost its value tremendously. So, you've got a rare penny. Now, where do you sell it for the best price? Here are a few options. Websites like eBay allow you to sell coins to collectors worldwide. Some local coin shops might offer you a good deal, but always get a few quotes to make sure you're getting the best price. At these events, you can meet other collectors and dealers who might be willing to pay top dollar for your coin. Remember, you don't have to rush into selling. Take your time, get your coin professionally graded, and you could end up with more than you ever expected. To wrap things up, the 1987 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny is a rare treasure that could be worth millions if you've got one with the double die error. If you've been collecting pennies or have some old change lying around, now might be the perfect time to take a closer look. 1988 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. And guess what? This little penny could be worth $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. If you're over 30 and have been collecting coins for years, or even just have some old pennies tucked away, this could be your golden ticket to a huge payday. Stick around as we reveal why the 1988 D penny is so valuable, how to spot it, and how much it's worth today in the current market. First things first, let's talk about what makes the 1988 D penny so special. This coin looks like any other ordinary penny from the 80s, right? But in reality, it's not. The 1988 D penny features Abraham Lincoln, of course, and the Mint Mark D for the Denver Mint. So far, sounds pretty standard. But hold on, there's a catch. What you need to look out for is the minting error that occurred with some of these coins. Certain 1988 D pennies were struck with an error that makes them extremely rare and valuable. We're talking about double die obverse coins, meaning the design was mistakenly struck twice during the minting process, causing the images of Lincoln and the date to appear doubled or shifted. Now, how can you tell if your 1988 D penny is one of these rare double die coins? It's actually simpler than you might think. Look closely at the word Liberty and the date 1988 on the obverse side of the coin. Do you see that? The letters appear doubled, especially noticeable on the top and bottom of the lettering. The date 1988 will also appear shifted or blurry in places. This is the telltale sign of a double die error. But wait, there's more. These coins were so rare that they didn't just sit quietly in circulation for long. If you happen to find one in mint condition, you've just found yourself a fortune. Now, here's where things get crazy. A 1988 D double die penny in excellent condition has been known to sell for more than $1.3 million. Yes, millions of dollars for a 1-cent coin. Incredible, right? And while not every 1988 D penny will fetch that jaw-dropping price, the market for rare coins is booming right now. In fact, even a coin in less than perfect condition could be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. The right buyer is out there, and if you have a rare one, it could turn into a massive payday. Now that you know what to look for, you might be wondering how to cash in on your rare 1988 penny or other valuable coins you might own. The first thing you should do is get your coin professionally appraised. Find a reputable coin dealer or certified numismatist who can evaluate your penny. They'll help you determine its grade and market value. You can also auction your coin at major auction houses where collectors are constantly hunting for these rare treasures. Remember, if your coin is authentic and the condition is right, you could be sitting on a small fortune. And if you don't want to sell it immediately, holding on to it for a few more years could see its value skyrocket. Before we wrap up, here are a few final tips for those of you with old coins lying around. Be sure to carefully inspect your pennies, nickels, dimes, and even quarters for minting errors. Some of the most valuable coins are ones that no one noticed for years. And don't just look for the 1988 double die. Other minting errors, such as off-center strikes or rare varieties, can also increase the value of a coin significantly. So, what are you waiting for? Grab your magnifying glass and start checking your pennies. You could be one of the lucky few who finds a coin worth millions of dollars. 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is such a sought-after rarity. Could your old pennies be worth a small fortune? Keep watching to find out. Cut to the host speaking directly to the camera. So, let's start with the basics. Most pennies you find today will have a mint mark right beneath the date. It tells you where the coin was produced, either in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But in 1990, something unusual happened. Some pennies were struck in Philadelphia without any mint mark. This wasn't supposed to happen, making them extremely rare. Now, you might be wondering, how rare are they? Well, there's no official number on how many of these no mint mark pennies exist, but it's estimated that there are just a handful. The rarity of this error is what makes it so valuable to collectors today. Let's talk about value. A typical 1990 penny is worth just 1 cent, right? So why is the 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny worth millions of dollars? Here's why. In 2019, a 1990 no-mint Mark penny sold at an auction for an astounding $1.8 million. That's right, over $1 million for just one penny. Why so much? Well, it's all about rarity and demand. Coin collectors are always looking for rare and unusual pieces to complete their collections, and the 1990 no-mint Mark penny is one of the holy grails. These coins are incredibly difficult to find, and that makes them highly valuable. Now, before you rush to grab all your old pennies, let's talk about how to identify if you have one of these rare coins. First, look at the date. It should clearly say 1990. Then, check for the mint mark. The mint mark should be located right under the year. If there's no mint mark, it could be your jackpot. But don't jump the gun just yet. Be sure to check the coin's condition too. Coins in excellent condition, with sharp details and minimal wear, are worth way more. The higher the grade of your coin, the more it will fetch in the market. So, if your penny looks worn down or damaged, it won't be worth millions, but still, don't underestimate it. Think you found the one? If you believe you have a 1990 no-mint Mark penny, it's time to take some action. First, get it appraised by a professional coin grader. They will evaluate the condition of your coin and give you an idea of its true value. For serious collectors, coins graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, are considered the gold standard. Once you've had it appraised and graded, you can take it to a reputable coin dealer or auction house to sell it. Many rare coins like this go for auction, and sometimes, the right buyer might offer you more than you expect. Now, don't go throwing away all those old pennies just yet. The 1990 no-mint Mark penny is a rare treasure, and it could be hidden right in front of you. So, check your collection, look through your change, and who knows? You might be holding on to the next $1 million coin. 1991, of all years. Stick around, because we're diving deep into how a simple 1991 D-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny could be worth up to $1.9 million today. You might be thinking, how is this possible? A penny from 1991 worth that much? Well, let me tell you, it's not just any penny. The value of a coin often depends on rare circumstances, mint errors, and market demand. Today, I'm going to show you why this specific penny is causing such a stir in the coin collecting world. So, if you're in the 30 to 70 age range and you've been holding on to old coins for years, this might just be the treasure you've been waiting for. First, let's get some basic facts about this coin. The 1991 penny is, of course, a copper-plated zinc coin produced by the U.S. Mint. It features the iconic Abraham Lincoln design, which has been around since 1909. But here's where it gets interesting. The 1991 D mint mark penny from Denver is relatively common, but every now and then, a coin gets struck with an error, sometimes a tiny mistake during the minting process, other times a rare occurrence that makes the coin incredibly valuable. In this case, we're talking about a very specific error that happened at the Denver Mint in 1991. A small number of these pennies were accidentally struck with a double die error, which means the image of Abraham Lincoln, as well as the date and lettering, are doubled or misaligned. This mistake might seem small to the untrained eye, but to collectors, it's a golden find. Now I know what you're thinking, how can I tell if my penny is one of these rare error coins? Well, you'll need to carefully inspect it for signs of doubling. Look for the date and Lincoln's profile, especially around the word liberty and the "In God We Trust" motto. If there's any visible doubling, you might just be holding a jackpot in your hand. Here's a close-up of a penny with a doubling error. As you can see, there's a distinct separation between the letters and numbers that shouldn't be there. This is what makes these pennies so rare and valuable. So how much is this error coin worth? Well, depending on the quality of the error and how well it's been preserved, these 1991 D double-die pennies have been known to sell for as much as $1.9 million at auction. That's right, $1.90 million. And even if yours isn't worth that astronomical amount, a penny with this error could still be worth thousands of dollars. Let's take a look at how these coins have performed at auction. In some cases, these rare pennies have fetched thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, with collectors vying for the chance to own one. So, if you have any old pennies from 1991, particularly the ones with the D mint mark, it might be time to pull them out of your drawer and inspect them carefully. It could be the lucky find that changes your financial future. But don't just take my word for it. Get your coins appraised by a professional before making any decisions. If you're ready to cash in on your find, there are coin dealers and auction houses that specialize in rare coins. Be sure to work with trusted professionals to get the best price for your valuable penny. Now, before you run off to check your change jar, let me give you a quick tip. The market for rare coins can fluctuate, so it's important to stay up to date with coin values and trends. If you want to make big money, keep an eye on what similar coins are selling for, and don't sell too quickly. To wrap it up, if you're looking to cash in on your old coins, the 1991 D mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is a prime candidate for high value. Whether it's worth hundreds or millions, it's always worth checking. And who knows? You might be holding on to a hidden treasure right in your own pocket. 1993 No mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, worth millions. 1993 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. But there's something very unique about this coin. What makes this penny stand out is not its design or even its rarity. It's the fact that it was minted without a mint mark. Normally, pennies from 1993 should have a D4 Denver or a P4 Philadelphia, but this one has no mint mark at all. And that simple omission is what has collectors and experts alike buzzing with excitement. Now you might be wondering, how can something as small as a missing mint mark make a coin worth millions? Well, the answer is simple: rarity. Coins with no mint mark are extremely rare, and when they do pop up, they can fetch incredibly high prices at auctions. In fact, some 1993 no mint mark Lincoln pennies have sold for up to $1.1 million. That's right. This coin could potentially be sitting in your coin jar, in your pocket change, or even in your old collection. But before you go running off to check your pennies, let's take a closer look at what you need to know to spot one of these rare treasures. First things first, let's look at the basics. This is the 1993 penny. The minting process should have included either a P or D mint mark, but the 1993 no mint mark penny was an error, a mistake at the mint. These errors are incredibly rare. To date, only a handful of these coins have been confirmed, and each one has been sold for a staggering price. Let's break it down. If you've got a 1993 penny, check carefully around the date for the mint mark. If you don't see anything, then congratulations, you might be holding one of these rare coins in your hand. But what's even more amazing is that the value of these coins doesn't stop at 1.1 million. Depending on the condition in the market, these rare 1993 no mint mark pennies can still be worth hundreds of thousands, or even more today. Now, to be clear, condition matters when it comes to coin values. A well-preserved penny, with no signs of wear or corrosion, will always fetch more money than a scratched-up one. Coins are graded on their condition, and the higher the grade, the higher the price. So, if you're looking to sell, be sure to get your coins professionally graded to ensure you get the best possible value. So, what should you do if you think you've got a 1993 no mint mark penny? Well, the first step is to take it to a professional numismatist, a coin expert who can help verify its authenticity and give you an accurate estimate of its worth. Many of these coins have been sold at auction for over $1 million, so it's worth getting an expert opinion. To make sure you're not leaving money on the table, follow these steps. First, inspect your coin thoroughly. Second, get it professionally graded. And third, make sure you're selling it to a reputable buyer who knows what they're looking for. Now, I know that a lot of you watching are probably wondering, could I be sitting on a gold mine right now? Well, that's why you're here, and that's why I'm here, to help you learn about these incredible finds and how you can make the most of them. 2006 Abraham Lincoln penny with no mint mark that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.6 million. But don't worry, if you've got some old coins sitting in your drawers, this video will also help you understand what makes them valuable and how you can turn your coin collection into a small fortune. So make sure you stick around. Now, let's talk about the 2006 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, which has become one of the most talked about coins in recent years. You're probably wondering, what makes this penny so special? Well, in 2006, the US Mint accidentally produced a small number of pennies that were missing the mint mark, the D or S, that usually tells us where the coin was made. And that small error, my friends, is what's turning this seemingly ordinary penny into a massive gold mine. Typically, a regular 2006 penny is worth just 1 cent. But this error coin? It can fetch up to $1.6 million if it's in good condition and graded by a professional. That's because the mint mark tells us where the coin was produced, either in Denver, the D mint mark, or San Francisco, S. But when these mint marks were left out, it became a rare collector's item, something that only a few people on the planet have ever seen. So, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable coins? It's pretty simple. Check for the mint mark. On most pennies, it's located just beneath the date. If there's no D or S next to the year, you might have one of these rare errors. But make sure you double-check with a professional or get it graded to confirm its value. Now, I know some of you might be wondering, how do I know if my coin is worth millions? The answer is simple. Get it appraised by a certified professional. Whether you're planning to sell your coin or just want to know what it's worth, it's important to get it professionally graded. Coins like this one, if they're in mint condition, could be worth a fortune. You can find reputable grading companies online or at your local coin shops to help authenticate your coin. Once you know you've got a valuable coin, the next step is selling it. You can either go through trusted auction houses, online marketplaces, or even local dealers who specialize in rare coins. But before you sell, make sure you're aware of the market value, because, just like with any investment, the price can fluctuate based on demand. Pro tip: if you're selling a coin worth millions, you'll want to make sure you're working with professionals who will help you get the best price. Be cautious of anyone who offers you too good to be true deals. They might not have your best interests in mind. And remember, this isn't just about the 2006 no mint mark penny. There are so many valuable coins out there. If you're new to coin collecting and looking for some easy-to-find coins that could also be worth big money, start by looking for rare years or specific minting errors. Coins from the early 1900s, especially those with unique marks or defects, can fetch incredible prices. 2014 penny that could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.8 million for a coin that most of us might overlook in our spare change jar. Stay tuned because you might just be sitting on a hidden fortune. Let's get into it. Now, before we get into the amazing value of this coin, let's break down exactly what makes this penny so special. Most of us know that US pennies are made in two mints, Philadelphia and Denver. But here's the thing. The 2014 Lincoln 1-cent penny without a mint mark was never supposed to exist. You see, pennies that were struck in Philadelphia in 2014 were supposed to have a mint mark, but a small error occurred. This rare mistake led to a tiny number of these mintless pennies being released into circulation, and they're worth big bucks today. So why is this penny worth so much? It all comes down to rarity. While the US Mint produces billions of coins every year, this 2014 penny with no mint mark stands out because it's a mistake. It's like finding a misprint in a rare book or an error in a famous painting. The rarity and the story behind it make this penny highly desirable to collectors and investors alike. Now, let's talk money. In 2018, one of these rare 2014 no mint mark pennies was sold for an astounding $1.8 million at auction. That's right, one penny for almost $2 million. You're probably asking, how can I get my hands on one of these? Well, they're rare, and you'll likely need a trained eye to spot them. But here's the good news. If you have a 2014 penny in your collection, it could be worth more than you think. So, how do you identify these valuable pennies? It's all about the details. First, you want to check the date. It should clearly read 2014. Next, flip the coin over and check for the mint mark. If there's no mint mark below the year, then congratulations. You might have a rare penny on your hands. But don't rush off to the bank just yet. Keep in mind that the condition of the coin is key to its value. A coin in mint condition, meaning it's almost flawless, is worth far more than one that's worn or damaged. The better the condition, the higher the price. That's why collectors pay such a premium for coins that have been carefully kept in pristine condition. Okay, so you've found one of these rare pennies. Now, you might be thinking about selling it. What's it worth in today's market? Well, the price can vary depending on the condition of the coin, but even a well-worn 2014 penny without a mint mark can fetch a few $100s. And if yours is in pristine condition, you could be looking at thousands, maybe even more. Some collectors have paid huge sums for these rarities, and prices are constantly shifting. So, where can you sell your coin? The best places to find buyers for rare coins are at coin auctions, specialty dealers, or online marketplaces like eBay. But be careful. Make sure to get your coin authenticated by a professional so that you're getting top dollar for your rare find. Certified coin grading is a smart move if you want to maximize your coin's value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, now's the time to check your pockets, your drawers, and your coin jars. A little effort could lead to a big payout. Who knows? You might just be the next person to cash in on a rare 2014 penny worth millions of dollars. Alright, coin lovers, that's it for today's video. If you have a rare 2014 penny without a mint mark, don't wait. Check its value before it's too late. Let us know in the comments if you've found one, or if you have any questions. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on how to make money from your coin collection.